Hey there, welcome back to Punchy's Basement. So today I've got something I'm honestly freaking out about. JHS just dropped a pedal that is, well, it's not just a pedal, it's a freaking channel strip from a Tascam 424 Portastudio in a Stonebox format, and it's called the 424 Gain Stage. And if you've ever drooled over lo-fi cassette tones like on Mk.Gee's record, then buckle up. But first, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, it would really help me out a lot, so thank you. Now you might have seen me demo a few JHS pedals here on the channel, the hard drive, not a clone, and the 80 plus, and honestly, every single time they release something new, it's just a total bullseye. Like they read your tone diary and build you the pedal you didn't even know you needed. But this time they've gone fully rogue, but in the best way possible. This 424 gain stage isn't just another dirt box, it's a vibe in the box. It's the sound of the early 2000s indie demos, the late 80s bedroom producers, and the core tone of that lately very much hyped Mk.Gee album that dropped like a bomb on the music scene. So when Mk.Gee released his album approximately a year ago, people just went nuts, and not just because of the songwriting, but because of that sound. Grainy, warm, compressed, and completely lo-fi in the best way possible. Turns out he recorded the entire thing on the Tascam 424 Portastudio, yes, the actual cassette tape. So of course, in true JHS fashion, they went fully mad scientist and asked, what if we could put that character, that lo-fi saturation, fuzzy edge, even the tonal rubberiness into a pedal? And guess what? Well, they just did it. And it's not just Mk.Gee. This tone has been rediscovered by tons of new gen artists like DeMarco, Omar Apollo, Steve Lacy, Malcolm Todd, and all using cassette texture as an actual musical instrument in their sound. So that Portastudio grain has officially made a comeback. So one thing I absolutely love, JHS went full on it and they stayed faithful to the original Portastudio Mk.1 circuit, so you're getting the same components like in the original unit. So the NJM 4565 and the UPC 4570 OPMs, just like in the original one, and that gave this, old school distinct character. And so this actually isn't an inspired by pedal, it's a real replica, and that makes, all the difference. So let's talk about the features. The 424 gain stage is not just a one-trick fuzz pony, it replicates the entire signal path of the original Tascam Portastudio Mk.1. That means that you're getting everything from pushed clean tones with a bit of cassette chew rubberiness to exploding fuzzy saturation. And here's what's the front panel. So you get the volume, and that's your Portastudio's master volume. So think of it as the final output of the desk. You have to be very, very careful with this one. Then you get gain 1. Essentially, this is the trim control. You can push it into full grid fuzzy sound or back off for subtle textures. Think of it as the kind of the preamp gain knob. And there's gain 2. So there are two gain knobs. Gain 2 is your second gain stage or the channel volume. So actually this comes after gain 1. This is where the magic happens in this pedal. So playing around with these two, you can get a variety of gain staging and colors of sounds. Then there are bass and treble, classic tube and EQ. Pretty straightforward, but not like a regular EQ, as it adds those cassette-like frequencies when you play around with them. And best of all, it's got both quarter-inch and balanced XLR outs, just like the color box. The JHS color box is a 1073 preamp in a box, so this is similar. And you can actually use both outputs simultaneously, meaning that you can go through the quarter-inch jack to your amp or through the XLR out direct into your interface, both at the same time as well. And there is also a ground lift switch on the side if needed to use with the XLR. And finally, tonally, this thing is a gold mine. You can use it as a lo-fi preamp on your pedal board, a saturated front end for your amp setup, or where actually the magic happens is with this one, use it without an actual tube amp and just go direct. So just plug in your guitar into it or some pedals in front of it, color it and get that flavor from the 424 and just go direct. This is a DI box with real flavor, so if you're recording direct into your interface or to the PA, you're getting the real Mk.Gee sounds. You can of course use it before a tube amp too, but that will just color it and get a complete different vibe. Still sounds amazing, don't get me wrong, there's no rule how to use it, you can use it as you like. Alright, now let's see how it sounds. First I connected it through the XLR directly to my interface, so the clean tone without the pedal is a direct guitar signal that sounds like that. And when you engage the pedal, everything at around noon, you hear the difference. It's, you know, like a preamp. It adds that fullness, that rubberiness, even on these cleanish sounds. Okay, let's play around with the EQ a little bit. Really bright. Add that. Can get really boomy, but that's cool, especially when you play around with the gain knobs. So let's add some gain with the trim pot. But you have to be careful with the volume knob and reduce it a little bit. It can be that, you know, that direct funky thing. Adds that edgy grit to it. That broken up direct thing, it's just completely dirty and nasty in a beautiful way. Very musical. Let's raise the second gain stage as well and lower the volume, because that will increase the output of this a lot. Yeah, so back off the volume a little bit more. That's almost like that fuzzy territory. Very touch sensitive, so when you dig in, it just adds that dirt. Let's back off the treble a little bit and add a little that bass. Completely that indie vibe, so just like you would record something on a cassette tape in your bedroom. Okay, now let's raise both gains max out, so let's hear it completely fuzzy. I really enjoy it. It's like a post-punk thing, and so let's see what it sounds like when we cut off the bass, lower the first gain stage, but max out only the second gain stage. And we have to increase the volume a little bit. It dries out completely. That's that. Completely unusual pedal in a sense that, I always use like tube amps and never go direct. So this is completely strange to me. Okay, let's try one thing. Let's add a chorus pedal in front and see how it like sounds, that Mk.Gee kind of sounds with some phaser-ish chorus kind of vibe before it. Trippy. With this chorus almost like those wobbly tape cassette things, so yeah. The chorus and all these vibrato kind of effects, I think, complement this preamp or pedal in a very good way. Let's plug it in the Imperial MK2 tube amp just to hear how it sounds with the tubes. Oh man, it's completely sick. It's the same setting as before, but without the chorus. It's like... like a nasty distortion pedal. Oh... yeah, I mean, it's like... wait. Completely rubbery, so like, you know that, I don't know, that punch when you hit the strings, that like a nyek nyek. That kind of... Yeah, you know what I mean. Punch, punch. Okay, let's back off the gain and add a little volume. Just to see a bit of the color and this bass low end. Very warm and nice color to the sound. I enjoy it when it has a little bit that of grit and fuzz and edge to it. Complete craziness. That is the 424 gain stage by JHS, and it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I maybe love it even more than some of my distortion and overdrive pedals, because it just has that some natural great deepness and even works great with the tube amp. So yeah, JHS, big thumbs up. So this can even be a fuzz alternative if you crank the thing. Just crank both the gain knobs and the EQ knobs and you got a great fuzz. And what it isn't is clean, at least not in the sterile sense. Even at lower gain it's chewy, rubbery and smeared in all the right ways. It's like smuggling a little tape machine every time you plug in, which is just awesome, as I always love that tape warmness. So JHS nailed it again. The 424 gain stage is a love letter to a very specific sound, and they absolutely captured it. So whether you're nostalgic for that cassette grit or just want to stand out in a sea of pristine high-def guitar tones, this thing is a ticket to another sonic world. And yeah, it's so much more than a drive pedal, because it's basically a time machine. So if you dug the sounds today, hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and drop a comment below if you ever messed with the Portastudio or if Mk.Gee is your jam. So links are in the description if you want to check out the 424 gain stage on JHS's website, and there is also an affiliate link below the video. So if you would like to consider purchasing this pedal, then please support the channel by using my affiliate links. So huge thanks to JHS for sending me over to check it out. So stay lo-fi, stay fuzzy, and I'll see you in the next one. And remember, the perfect tone is always just within reach.